Guys, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about a game that can very much become the successor of the Ghost Recon franchise. And that game is called 06 Behind Enemy Lines, and I'm saying that this is a great contender for the Ghost Recon community because the game touches on pretty much all the points that we will love to see in a game, particularly the ones that Breakpoint failed to implement, which overall is a lighter, more accessible version of a military simulation game or milsim that can be played both on PC but also on console. Pretty much something that can crave the tactical shooter hunger we've been all experiencing on the console side. Now the game has been announced a while ago, and even though there is still no launch date, we do have confirmation that there will be an alpha test somewhere in 2021. Now this was supposed to happen in 2020, which was when the game got announced. But I guess with COVID, well, things never work out as we want to. They did say the game was ready for an alpha, but they didn't want to push it. They said it's still not as in a polished level they wanted to, even though it was an alpha build. So they definitely are taking their time, making sure they polish it before releasing it to the public eyes, but so far it's looking really promising. There is not much in terms of gameplay besides this little video where we see the character go from third person to first person view and shooting up two targets with what seems to be a silenced Glock. And so far it's looking really good. It also seems to copy the Ghost Recon style in which the first person view is not a full-on FPS experience, but rather only the sights of the weapon, which to be honest I'm totally fine with. Again, this is all the gameplay we got so far, so this can very much change in the near future. The setting itself is reminiscent of Ghost Recon Breakpoint's Aurora Islands, with all the jungles and lush forests which not only look awesome but very detailed as well. But better than all of this is the premise of the game. 06 is a tactical third-person shooter based on teamwork and realistic combat. As in here, you can experience a modern combat scenario where the emphasis lies on outsmarting your enemy. It combines the tactical elements from a third-person perspective with the action-packed shooting mechanics of an FPS game. The game will feature an objective-oriented multiplayer where tactical decision-making and team play are going to be key. In here, players will face a dynamic experience featuring close-quarters combat as well as more open-up areas. And judging by some of the screenshots, it really seems like they're working hard on making those close combat areas flow and play really well. They said that they're getting heavily place tested, which is definitely a good step forward. I'm a big advocate of getting things to actually work properly and then make it look pretty and nice to the eye. But even though the multiplayer seems to be where 06 is going to shine, there will be a single player campaign. According to them, the player will experience a dark and gritty story that revolves around a Spec Ops unit which is loosely based on the Navy SEALs Team 6. I like how they use the term dark and gritty. Hopefully it will be something along the lines of the Clean House mission from Modern Warfare, which will be good for the game as well. It will make people talk. But again, the emphasis of 06 is in the multiplayer, and according to them is going to be highly competitive. They are putting a strong emphasis on one life per round game modes. These are designed to run at a slower pace, meaning you will more commonly walk and peek corners instead of sprinting and jumping around them. So pretty much a total 180 from Breakpoint's multiplayer, and well, pretty much any other games out there except for those hard-on tactical shooters and military simulation games. Which is really cool to see and pretty much confirms peeking is going to be a thing, which let's be honest, it's not a tactical shooter if there is no peeking. With predictable recoil patterns and a low time to kill, a mixture of individual mechanical skills and a tactical approach to positioning and movement will get you the win. So it definitely seems like they're going to be very focused on teamwork like we said before. I like how they emphasize the approaches to positions, which is really important in a tactical shooter, and seeing it being a big focus of the experience, it's something that just makes me want to play the damn game already, because so far I'm really enjoying what I'm reading. There is definitely a gap for this type of game. The only third-person shooter for consoles at the moment is Ghost Recon Breakpoint if you don't count with Wildlands, but that one is not getting support, and I can definitely tell that if this game is good, if it stays true to their vision, it's going to be the successor of the Ghost Recon franchise, at least for those players that, like myself, want a more gritty, nitty tactical shooter. There is also some helicopter pictures, so I'm guessing you either are going to be able to actually fly them yourselves or just like a round beginning cinematic, At this point we don't know, but there is definitely something here that is worth mentioning. I don't think they will have put it there if it didn't make it to the game. Talking about screenshots though, some of these operators just look absolute killers. They are definitely doing their research on this ones. The plate carrier is actually carried in the chest instead of mid-belly like some other games out there. There are even small details like blood type patches, different types of mag pouches. The balaclavas looks better and more believable than 90% of the rest of the game balaclavas, and just overall the believability of these operators is looking pretty spot on. All the gear is boots on the ground, there is no weird cosmetics or weird weapon skins like Warzone in 2021. In other pics we can just see the stupid amount of detail on these characters. There is not a single item missing, so if they manage to keep it the pace and actually deliver with these operators once the game comes out, I would be pretty impressed. There is no word if there's going to be any sort of customization though, but that is definitely something I would love to see in a game like this, especially with the amount of attention to detail that it's having. In other pictures we also have confirmation that there will be nighttime missions judging by the night vision filter, and also the amount of other pictures where we can see them using the quad nods. In this picture he also seems to be carrying, it looks like to be a ply cutter. I think it's called a ply cutter, I'm not sure on that one. So maybe there are some locks or fences that you might need to cut. That will be really cool, just another bit of depth into the game. But even if it's just a cosmetic, it's a nice cosmetic I guess. Graphics wise, and by far I'm not an expert on this, but it seems like they're working hard on using some crazy real-time lighting and accurate shaders, which so far definitely look very impressive. So I'm definitely very hyped about this game coming out, especially since it's coming out on consoles as well. Now the PC release will come sooner with a console port being worked afterwards, but there is no release dates for neither. Like I said before, the alpha will happen this year hopefully, and if you guys want to have a chance of participating, you can go to their website and enter your email account, and the alpha keys will be randomly dropped once it opens up. I will be leaving a link in the description. But as I said before, it's still early in production, and as of now there is no date set for the full release, neither for PC or for the consoles. By subscribing to their newsletter though, you also get notified about devlogs, so if you are interested in this game, I highly recommend it. If and when more devlogs drop, I will be doing videos on them, so don't worry, I'll keep you guys up to date with 06 development. I am definitely very hyped to play this, hopefully we can playtest it this year. But really I just want to know more about it. I'm sure some of the Socom fans out there are pretty interested on this one as well. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Not that excited? Definitely let me know down in the comment section. I'm sure you guys are going to be highly interested on this one. But that is going to be it for today guys. Once again, thank you so much for the support lately. You guys have been killing it in the comment section. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, dislike if you didn't, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, have a great one. CUSTERPLAYS signing out.